Zelda's special moves are arguably some of the most beautiful special moves in the game, and in that beauty also lies a great amount of power. Each special move has a designated job in neutral and plays a big role in how she deals with different situations. Today I will cover everything you need to know about Zelda's special moves, and hopefully you'll learn a few new things you didn't know about before. Zelda's Love is one of her most iconic moves in Smash. The move comes out on frame 11 and covers both her front and her back. The reasons why this move is so incredibly powerful is due to its intangibility frames from 4 to 13. This means that if you can predict a move being thrown out, you can completely tank through it, which is something that becomes extremely useful in neutral. Everything from dismantling high pressure characters and breaking out of the corner can be done with this move. Neutral B is also a really good edge guarding tool due to its intangibility frames, but also due to her aerial momentum being slowed down while using this move. Using it right at the ledge can also be very good as a 2-frame option. Another big property that this move has is its ability to reflect projectiles, and not only that, but it's active for over half a second. In neutral, you generally want to throw out the neutral B when you can predict the projectile coming your way. The important part to think about here is when the opponent baits out the move with its projectile, something that can become quite bad for you. Though the move has its amazing properties on start, the end lag on this move is so big that you can punish the move on reaction. So for people struggling against this move, you generally want to bait it out, but be wary that another one may be coming out, and those intangibility frames can easily catch you off guard, especially if you don't expect them coming out. Lastly, a bad side with Zelda's neutral B is that the hitbox above her isn't as big as you might expect, so using it as a mix-up for punishing landings can be a decent option, but generally you want to dash dance and use her ginormous pivot grab instead. Din's Fire is by many regarded as an absolutely useless move due to its niche uses in its previous iterations of Smash, but since they gave this move heavy buffs to its speed and power, combined with new air dodge mechanics in Smash Ultimate, Din's Fire becomes very useful in some situations that very few characters can deal with. In Smash Ultimate, there isn't a lot of characters that has the ability to recover from an air dodge under the ledge. When throwing the opponent off stage, using Din's Fire effectively as a pressure tool, you instantly force them to choose between 3 things. They can get hit by the Din's Fire and lose their stock, they can air dodge the Din's Fire and put themselves in one of the worst positions in Smash Ultimate, or they can jump away from the Din's Fire, which can be read by the Zelda player, or put you in an edge guarding situation without a jump. Many times people will take the Din's Fire as they see no reasonable way to escape the sequence, and this is the core reason to why this move is so brutal in this game. Now this does not mean that you should spam this edge guarding method, because if people is able to act before the Din's Fire is out, you've wasted an edge guarding opportunity completely. The move has a decent amount of startup and end lag, but this does not mean that it has no uses in neutral. Din's Fire is very good at pressuring from afar, and combined with Phantom, you can really inflict damage to people camping on platforms. But other than that, people can easily run through it and even block it without any trouble, so use it wisely. My suggestion for microspacing this move is to jump backwards or forwards and immediately side beam. This isn't necessarily something that is very important, but it can give you better positioning or simply catch your opponents off guard by spacing the Din's Fire. From the ground to heaven you go. Farore's Wind is one of the coolest kill options in Smash, as it scoops you up on the first hit and obliterates you on the second. The move doesn't connect until relatively high percents, but when it does, the opponent should be really cautious. Up B, similar to neutral B, covers around Zelda entirely and is one of our best out of shield options. Though it's usually used for killing out of shield, it can also be used as a mix-up for escaping high shield pressure. The move comes out on frame 6 and makes Zelda invincible for a brief period of time. This is a huge reason for Zelda having such a great recovery, and gives many people a hard time edgeguarding Zelda. A cool little trick to have in mind for escaping 2 frames is to beefy up B, giving you a big hitbox for stuffing people at the ledge. On the other hand, you should not overuse this as a parry can easily punish it. A very difficult technique to do with the up B is to ledge cancel it. Many people still think it's not possible in Ultimate, and I don't blame them. It's extremely precise to pull off, but mastery over it gives you extremely good edge guarding tools and movement tools in disadvantage. Sadly, if you mess this up, you most likely end up having to take a big hit for it. There are also 2 methods to 100% confirm an edge cancel. The first method is by doing a neutral get up from ledge. After that, you up B twice towards the other ledge and you get the edge cancel. The other method is to roll to the ledge, up B to center stage, turn around, and then up B back to get the ledge cancel. Phantom is by far Zelda's best move. The sheer power and applications this move has is simply unmatched by a lot of moves in this game, and I myself could easily regard this as one of the very best moves in the entire game. Phantom is a move that gets stronger and stronger the more you charge it. It has 5 stages of attack, and they all depend on when you release down B. If you instantly throw out this move, you will get stage 1, kick. Charge it up slightly, and you'll get stage 2, punch. These 2 variations are used for when the opponent comes a little too close to you. If you charge through half the animation, you get stage 3, swing. This version of the move is not preferred if you're able to reach the stages over, but it mainly becomes very useful for ledge trapping. For stage 4, you need to release the move right before the animation ends. This variation of the move is actually my favorite, as it catches a lot of people off guard and has a really nasty lingering hitbox that covers quite a lot of space. Lastly, for stage 5, you have 2 ways of going about it. You can either release it as you see the animation end, or you can let it release itself as you move around. What you should do in which situation really depends on the situation itself, but always keep the keyword pressure in mind when going about choosing when to release Phantom. The most intuitive way of using Phantom is when you want to gain neutral. This is mostly done by letting Phantom release itself, and from there cornering the opponent and ensuring that they don't get to center stage. A technique Zelda players tend to use against projectile heavy characters is called RAR DP, which is basically a method for spawning the Phantom in front of you. Since the Phantom has a shield, it can tank through some projectiles and completely open up center stage for you. You can also do a regular DP, but this has less uses as it mostly serves as a positioning option. In terms of edge guarding, Phantom plays out like a teammate, covering more options for you, and that's also why you should mix up between using Phantom and Dense Fire in your edge guards. Another important use is the ability to ledge trap opponents. If you time your Phantom correctly, you and the Phantom is able to cover every single option. You want to place the Phantom to cover roll, but also to be able to hit people hanging from the ledge. Your job will be to cover get-ups and, more importantly, jump, since the most common escape option to this setup is jump. Lastly, a very useful trick to get rid of people edge trapping you is to make Phantom shoot itself through the stage. With the upward swipe this move has, it can really catch and experience people off guard, so keep this trick in your back pocket. For people struggling to deal with Phantom, the best advice I could give you is to jump over it, and if you don't have time to jump over it, stay away. It will leave you in shield stun and Zelda can easily go up to you and grab you. If you want me to cover more of the specifics of any character in depth, put them in the comments below. The Everything to Know About series has a playlist to it, and I'm gonna do my very best to make this a well-edited series to watch. I love you guys, take care.